Have you ever stalked someone? Or have you been a victim of a stalker? In this story, I am both the stalker and the prey of a dangerous criminal. It all started when a new neighbor named Bob moved into a house next to mine. He was handsome and hot, and was definitely a genuine playboy. I brought a pair of binoculars, and ever since he moved here, I started to use them often. Damn it, I had a huge crush on him. While following him, I could tell that he was a very kind person. He brought a different girl home every day, but no girl had ever left. I looked at myself in the mirror.
Will I ever get a chance?
Well, I was kind of shy about my appearance. I felt a bit sad, so I picked up his shirt and took a deep breath.
Oh, how I wish he was mine.
That was one of my souvenirs when I broke into his house last week.
Huh?
I started to see Diana, my best friend, in front of my crush's house. Bob was hanging out with Diana now? When seeing them sitting in his room, I got so jealous.
No way!
Bob started to approach Diana. Oh no, they were going to do that? While I was watching them, I was startled to see Bob turning and staring at my window. I immediately crouched down.
Did he see me?
My heart beat fast with fear. If he found out about me, maybe I wouldn't have a chance with him anymore. I slowly raised my head to look through the window and realized he had closed the curtains.
Why could he like Diana?
I was so curious. That night I texted Diana to ask about it, but she did not answer or even pick up the phone.
Come on, where are you at this hour? Or...
I got worried, so I grabbed my binoculars to look at Bob's house. Now the curtain in his room was open, and there was no one there. The next morning, I tried to call Diana again. Finally, after a dozen times, she actually picked up. But the first thing I heard was a loud scream. I dropped the phone in shock. She was in danger. I had to find out, and I had to start from Bob's house. I sneaked into the house through the window and then moved into the kitchen. The house was so quiet, and Bob was not there. But when I was about to leave, I suddenly heard a rustling sound coming from the closet. Startled, I quickly hid under the bed, covering my mouth to prevent myself from making a sound. Bob came out of the closet. He was carrying a heavy black bag. I saw him leave the house and drive away. I quickly got out of bed and headed to the wardrobe.
Sure enough, this is not normal.
I slowly opened the cabinet and discovered that behind it was a secret room. The room was dark with an unpleasant stench. My eyes gradually adjusted to the night. I could see a cage, an operating table, and surgical instruments. I narrowed my eyes to see more clearly. But
What the...
I leaned close to the cage and called out in a low voice.
Diana? Diana? Daisy?
A weak voice called out.
Diana! Daisy here.
I cried and ran to her.
Please, get me out of here. I'm so scared. Let me think. Oh no, he locked the cage.
After a minute, I reached to the table to grab the surgical knife and tried to unlock the cage.
Oh my god, it worked.
I helped Diana out of the cage. Her face turned so pale. Her eyes looked awful.
Oh my god, what did he do to you? All right, let's get you out of here first.
We were getting out of the closet when I heard footsteps approaching. Bob was back. I quickly dragged Diana to the bed to hide under there. We trembled silently as we waited for him to enter the closet, and then I helped Diana out. But before we could get out of his house, I heard hurried footsteps behind us.
Stop! I'll kill you!
He yelled angrily behind us, but fortunately, we were able to get out of his house in time. I could feel him very close behind, and we didn't dare to look back. Angry Bob chased after us and shouted,
Stop, you two twats!
I couldn't stop. I must run for both of our lives, run or die here. I dragged Diana into my house and slammed the door shut immediately. Bob frantically banged on my door.
Open the door. Both of you go to hell.
I was crying nonstop, and Diana was now fainting from exhaustion.
No! Diana!
I hugged her in fear and cried.
Damn it!
The police finally came. They found out that he was a pervert with a hobby of kidnapping girls and torturing them to death. Fortunately, Diana got out safely. The other two girls were in critical condition. I couldn't believe that I had a crush on a pervert for a long time.